And good morning, it's me, Pinky. It's about almost 8 a.m. I screwed up my whole day because I woke up at 3:30 and I thought, no, I can get one more hour of sleep. So I went and laid back down and I woke up at 10 minutes after 6. And the thing was, I was getting up at 4 o'clock to leave at 6:30 because I had a lot to do. I still had to find my wallet with my ID, and I thought about it late last night, and you can't go in the jail without your ID, number one. I needed to take a shower because I had worked on that fence all day. And last night I was going to take a shower and we're completely out of hot water. And I still had to do laundry. And anyway, I'm not even going to go into it. This stressed me out. But I missed my chance to go see my daughter today. I guess we're going to go on Tuesday. My mom needed to get, I'm trying to see what that is making that noise. My mom needs to get her driver's license straightened out at the courthouse in Albuquerque, and that's the other reason I was going today, was because she has to start her new job on Tuesday. But anyway, it is what it is. I won't make it now until Tuesday. My mom told me that my brother called her yesterday. Now, I haven't talked to my brother since he and I had our falling out. And I asked my mom not to talk to me about it because it stresses me out, and I don't want to talk about it. It's just done and over with, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm out. Well, the thing is that after my brother kicked me out, my mom left that following Monday or whatever, Sunday. I left on Friday and was supposed to leave on Monday, but my mom left on Sunday, the week that Olivia started school. So that would have been, the 3rd? About the 3rd, I guess. I'm so confused. I don't even know, but about the 12th. Anyway, I can't remember, but it's been a while since that happened. Well, that week, I told you guys that my dad was going to go and take care of the bed for him. Well, my dad went up there, and I guess he stayed a couple of days. And in the time that he was there, he talked my brother out of the bed, and he talked my brother out of the apartment. And everything was moved. The only thing that was sitting in that apartment was my brother, his dresser with his TV on it, and his waterbed. Everything had been moved. The only reason my brother hadn't been moved is because of the bed. So he called my mom about 3 or 4 days ago, and he says, now listen up and listen good. This is what you're going to do. And she said, well, what's that? And he proceeds to tell her, you're going to come down here and get me out of this lease. You unlawfully got me into that apartment. You know, my brother's already had all of his stuff transferred, so obviously he was fine with moving. He already had all his utilities transferred, his cable and electricity and his lifeline and everything. And it's actually on in 2 places. And he called and did that when I was there. We didn't force my brother into getting an apartment against his will. My dad talked him out of the apartment because it's closer to the street. It's the end of the building. It faces the east side. And my dad talked him out of it because they could take 4 steps, whoever they is, and be in his front door. When all they have to do is take 10 steps and be in it now. It doesn't matter. And that people across the street could see in his bedroom window. Well, he has blinds in there, and people can see in his bedroom window now because he never shuts the blinds. So it's a moot point, both. My dad managed to unravel every freaking thing that my mom and I have done for the last 6 months in 2 days. I'm so furious with my dad that I don't know if I'm ever going to talk to him again. We have been on basically non-speaking terms over my brother, like I told you, because he didn't believe me when I told him that my brother was lying to him about his condition and what was really going on. And I hoped that when my dad was up here for this couple of days, he would see the situation and that he would understand why. Adult Protective Services does not want my brother in that apartment. It is so disgusting and gross, and he needed to move out of it to get it fixed, period. And my dad managed to talk him out of that beautiful, brand new, clean, gorgeous apartment. And apartment manager was losing his patience with my brother because his stuff wasn't done yet, and he was going to charge him rent for 2 apartments. And he called my mom and said, after he's told my mom, you're just consider me dead. I don't want you or my sister to do anything for me ever again. Like 2 days ago, calls my mom up day before yesterday and says, you're going to come down here and get me out of this lease and move me. And she said, well, if I'm supposed to consider you dead, why are you still calling me? And and he said some terrible stuff to her on the phone. He hasn't called me since I left, and I know why, is because he knows I will jump square in the middle of his crapola. And he won't get a word in edgewise. I won't let him do that to me like he does to my mom. Anyway, so everything that I did this whole summer, basically for my brother, has been unraveled, and he is now still, the apartment went and sent the fix-it guys over there to move all of his stuff back to his grubby, disgusting apartment, and everything is just the way that it was. Nothing has changed. Everything is the same. Talk about shitting on a blessing. Unbelievable. Got half the horse fence put up yesterday. Going to finish the rest of it today. And then next week, I'll be fencing off this front part between me and this idiot across the street. And then I'm going to put the electric wires all back here. We had a real rodeo yesterday because my my stud Arabian horse got out and chased the little gelding around, his brother, and the old female who is like 24 years old and does not need to be having a baby right now, and tore up Jack and just went crazy, tearing stuff up and trying to mount that horse and trying to beat up his brother, and it was just crazy. So I can't let him out to eat. They have to stay confined where they're at. So luckily, got the fence up, and the worming seems to be working. I ended up having to worm all my dogs at the same time because I figured if I didn't, it's just going to start all over again. And I got liquid wormer in the cat food, just kind of blanket worming this whole clan of cats outside. Because I can't worm them any other way but that. They're all some of them kind of really wild still. And so I just did it, the country way, best way I know how, to stop these worms. I think the worst part of this is probably because of this terrible fly infestation that we've had. That's another thing I'm blaming it on now. Some people came by yesterday and pointed the finger exactly at one of the troublemakers that has caused me this grief. And it was a team effort, just like I suspected it was. And apparently this lady's had the same problems. And so now she is going to, she felt the need to come and share that with me, that I was not the only one, that this woman has gone after quite a few people in town. And she's a fairly new person. She's lived here for only about 7 years, so she's not even a citizen yet. Because you're not even accepted here until about 10, 15 years. So she's considered an outsider at this juncture, and she's causing all this kinds of problems. So I will be dealing with her in my own special way. So anyway, I feel a lot better with half the fence up, and they're coming today to finish it, like I said. And I really love it. My husband and I had a little tiff over it yesterday morning because he got up and I already had somebody coming to do it because, I thought about it. I figured it out in the middle of the night before, how I was going to deal with it. And so he woke up at like 9 yesterday morning, and I said, they're coming to put up the fence, and this is what's happening. And he said, well, what are you planning on using for that? And I said, that pile of tin that's been laying out there forever and a day. And he says to me, this is a hoarder. This is a classic hoarder. Well, I wasn't going to use that for that. I said, well, you haven't used it for nothing for at least 18 years that I've known you. It's been laying in that same pile where it is, and it's never going to be moved, just like those railroad ties are never going to go anywhere. A pile of railroad ties that's been sitting out there for 20 years, has never been moved, won't let me use them for nothing. They're just going to sit there till he goes to the great beyond, and then I'll make rose beds out of them. or raised beds out of them. That's what I wanted them for. But he won't let me use them because he might need them for something else. And there I would have used them for a garden. How dare I? Anyway, the fence is halfway up, and the rest of it will be up today. I said, I don't give a damn what you want to use it for. It's getting used today. Unless you can think of another way that I can do this for basically free today, I don't want to hear from you. I said, because I've asked you for this for a long time, for a fence around this house for a long time, and I want it. Anyway, 10 minutes, 20 seconds, I better get going. Oh, shoot, I'll just come back. I want to show you some stuff that's growing over here on the side. And the roses are blooming again, and some sunflowers, and some other stuff that is kind of growing here and there and everywhere. Even though we weren't able to grow stuff, we at least still have some little things popping up here and there. So anyway, be blessed. Happy Friday to you. Thank God it's Friday. And I'll be back later. I'll tell you some other stuff later. But I am gonna show you these flowers. All right. Be blessed. Bye-bye.